Welcome back to the channel, and today what I'm going to try and do is describe every martial art in like a nutshell, one sentence description. Maybe it will help you decide what martial art you'd like to do, or maybe it's just a bit of information for you. Basically, yeah, I've been sitting here this morning doing some research. It's taken me quite a long time, but I've got my notes here, and I've pretty much done some research on every martial art that I can think of off the top of my head. And I've written my notes on it, and I'm going to tell you in a nutshell what every martial art is. Also, if you're wondering how I managed to achieve the kicks that you see in my videos and how I improved my flexibility to be able to kick like that, then I've put my entire method into one program. I refined it and I took the best bits from what I did and have basically given you the final copy. So go ahead to the first link in the description of this video if you're interested in using the same method that I used. On sale now, get it quick. So kicking it off, we are starting with karate, because I do karate, so I thought I would start with that one. So karate has a wide variety of punches, kicks, all types of strikes and throws, but it lacks in ground game. There's no ground game in karate. And that is my description of karate for you. And that's what I'm going to try and do for every single martial art. Short and snappy, but it might take a while because there's a lot of martial arts that I've listed. I hope this turns out to be worthwhile because I did spend a lot of time doing this. Now moving on to Taekwondo. Taekwondo has an excellent range of kicks. Punches are used, but there are limited hand strikes. And Taekwondo is lacking in throws and ground game. Also, if any of my research here is not 100% correct, please correct me in the comments. I apologize if it's not, but to the best of my knowledge, I've done some good research. Next up, we got Muay Thai. Muay Thai has great use of powerful kicks, punches, elbows, and knee strikes with a strong clinch game, but it also lacks in throwing and ground game, a bit like Taekwondo. Next, on to Judo. Okay, so Judo has excellent throws and takedowns, in my opinion, the best throws in the game, and it does include joint locks and chokes, but one negative of this art is that there is no striking, it's just grappling. Next up, we got wrestling, and similarly to Judo, we got great takedowns and throws with strong control and pressure, but also similarly to Judo, there is no striking. Next up, we got boxing. Now, in my opinion, boxing has the best hands in the martial arts kingdom, so obviously excellent punches with very strong footwork and great defensive movement. But what boxing lacks is kicking, grappling, and ground game. It's just punching, but they do punch in very well. Next up, we got kickboxing. Now, kickboxing is pretty much boxing, but with kicks. So a great mixture of punches and kicks. Again, solid footwork, but similarly to boxing, it lacks ground game and grappling. Next up, we're going to talk about MMA. Now, I know MMA is not an art, it's a collection of various martial arts, but I thought I would add it in here anyway. Obviously, MMA is the most complete fighting style. It utilizes the best components from multiple martial arts and combines them into a refined, well-rounded fight style. Next up, we got capoeira. Capoeira is a dynamic mix of acrobatic kicks, sweeps, and fluid movements with an emphasis on rhythm and deception, but it unfortunately has no grappling or ground game. Next, we've got BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It has a wide array of ground grappling techniques, joint locks, and chokes. It has a strong focus on positional control. But again, like the other grappling arts on this list, striking is lacking in this art. Now we got Sambo. Sambo is a diverse mix of throws, takedowns, and ground submissions. Excellent at joint locks, but not a very wide striking arsenal. Next, we got Sanda. Sanda is a versatile combination of punches, kicks, and powerful takedowns, and they have an emphasis on speed and control. But like a lot of the striking arts on this list, the ground game is just not there. Next, we got Kudo. Kudo is a well-rounded mix of punches, kicks, throws, and ground fighting, with an emphasis on full contact realism. There is some groundwork in Kudo, I believe, but it's not very extensive. Next up, Sistema. Sistema is a fluid blend of strikes, grappling, and unconventional movements, focusing highly on relaxation, but it lacks in ground control, and it also does not have a very structured competition circuit, I believe. Aikido. It's a system of joint locks, throws, and redirection of force. It has good fluidity and control, but there is no striking involved. Now we got ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is a mixture of strikes, joint locks, throws, and unconventional tactics. It has great adaptability and deception, but not much ground game involved in ninjutsu. Hapkido. Hapkido is a blend of strikes, joint locks, throws, and kicks. Hapkido focuses on circular motion and redirection, but again, there's no ground game and there's not many competition circuits for Hapkido. Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee's martial art. It's a fluid mix of punches, kicks, and some grappling. It focuses on efficiency of movement, but there's also no ground game. And unfortunately, it does lack a structured system. It can be apparently a bit sporadic how it's taught around different places. Next up, we've got Savate, a French martial art. It has swift kicks and precise punches, with an emphasis on agility and footwork. But grappling and ground game is not really used in Savate. Tang Soo Do. Tang Soo Do is a balanced mix of punches, kicks, and open hand strikes, with an emphasis on fluid movement and precision. But again, bit of a common theme, it's lacking in ground game. Now we got Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a flowing system of soft, controlled movements. It has a large focus on internal energy, but there's not much striking power. and also no ground game. Kali Eskrima. This is a dynamic system of weapon-based and empty hand strikes, with an emphasis on speed, fluidity, and adaptability. But, you guessed it, no ground game, unfortunately. And last but not least, excuse my pronunciation of this if I get this wrong as well, Kalari Payattu. It's an Indian martial art. This is a well-rounded system of punches, kicks, grappling, and also weapon techniques, focusing on agility and fluid movement. It seems the only thing it lacks here, again, like most of the others on this list, is ground game. So there we have it. My list of martial arts in a nutshell. I hope you did enjoy this video and I hope you can find some value in it. Please let me know what you thought of the video, drop a comment and let me know if you'd like to see similar stuff like this. Check out the first link in the description of this video if you want to check out my flexibility program. But thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.